One of the most famous people ever born in Swansea was Dylan Thomas, the poet. This is what he said about his own town. An ugly, lovely town, crawling and sprawling by the side of a long and splendid curving shore. This sea town was my world. He also said that cold beer was bottled God. I bet you prefer that quote, don't you? For the third time this season, City are in South Wales, Cardiff and Newport in the FA Cup, and this time it's Swansea City. And according to Wales Online, Swansea is actually the wettest, the soggiest, the most rainfall-ridden city in the whole of the UK. People suggest that Manchester is. Have a look at this city. Look at today, particularly, where it's windy and rainy. And you've got to agree that it is a little bit wetter down here in South Wales. So how's that going to affect the game? On this day, I think it was nearly 30 years ago now, but certainly well over 20 years ago, KINKLADZE wriggled his way around Southampton's defence and scored that wonderful goal. You remember that one? You can look it up on YouTube. So will there be a marvellous goal like that today? And how important is the FA Cup to the City fans who've made the trek down here? Around 3,500 City fans will be inside the Liberty Stadium, which has a capacity of around 20,000 a little bit later on. But will it be one of those days when the weather plays a part? We'll see.
I think today will be about 3-0.
Not think the weather conditions
Don't matter. We're good enough to beat these 3-0.
Confident. There's a lot of poetic people in Swansea, I'm sure, but City are on the up. Today's the FA Cup, a team for all seasons. If that rhymed with quadruple, it'd have been great, but it don't. That's the best I got.
You're confident not today?
I am. That team we got out, you can't not be confident, but Wigan always springs to mind. That's going to stick in my mind for a little while now, that last season. So, and the FA Cup always throws up something every now and then, doesn't it? But we'll be all right today, I think.
Feeling very confident. I think we'll win. But I don't think we'll do the quadruple, but I think we'll get a treble. But I don't know what treble. But I'd like to see if we get to the semi-final of the FA Cup.
How important is the FA Cup to you then?
It's important, but obviously the Champions League is more important these days. But a trip to Wembley for the fans, what more can you ask for, really? So.
Somewhere on the road, it could be a derby match, couldn't it, at Wembley?
Oh, I love that, I tell you. All my mates, brilliant.
Yet again, I'm in South Wales for a City game and it's raining, which is about the 4th time in 2 years. Last season it was just as bad, just as cold, but if we get a similar result today, I'll be pleased. I've got a lot of respect for Swansea actually. I thought when they were in the Premier League they were a good side, particularly under Brendan Rodgers. They played some really good passing football. And I think when they moved away from that, unfortunately over the last few years, that was sort of their demise a little bit. I know they've got some problems with the owners at the moment, things like that. So maybe next season if they can get themselves back up together, possibly push for the playoffs, maybe next season or get back in the Premier League, it would be good. It's a competition we haven't won in a long time, and I think it was the one that really got us going. When I look back, I think the 2 goals, first in the semi-final against United, that got the hoodoo gone. I think we felt we were at least a level competitor with United then. We were stepping out the shadow a little bit, let's say, and then to win the final was a great day. It was such a big thing after all those years of waiting, and it got us going. So it would be nice to win it again. I think also it would be nice to finally get the 2013 Wigan gone.
I'll take a streaky 1-0. Conditions aren't great, but if we get that, good enough.
It's horrible out there, isn't it?
It's absolutely horrendous.
Are you as wet as I am? That's my trousers sticking to my legs.
I don't know. In a competition, it's a close call between yours and mine, but it's not very nice out there. So let's hope 1-0.
A win will cheer us up.
Win will definitely cheer us up. Wembley again. Good times.
I quite like the stadium actually. Not keen on this weather. My feet are so wet. I think I'm going to get foot rot by the time I get home. It's quite cold. Great view of the pitch. Looking forward to the game. 1-0, 10-0, I don't care as long as we come back with a victory.
This weather sometimes can be a leveller, can't it?
Well, it can, but I'd like to think our boys can deal with the high winds better than a certain other team who don't seem to be able to deal with them very well. feet.
So you're not worried about the grass being too long, too short?
I'm not
too
worried
much
about
wind?
the glass length, I'm not worried about the stud size, I'm not worried about the wind, I'm not worried about the rain. I'm not standing in it, but they're playing in it. They'll be fine.
What do you think of this view then?
It's absolutely cracking. We're just a bit above pitch level so we can see what's going on. Yeah, brilliant.
Is Edison not going to be in your way here?
No, his massive head's not going to be in my way.
I'm taking your confidence today and you're not too worried about the rain coming
No,
down on your end.
I think it'll be maybe 3-0 maybe. I think.
And then another trip to Wembley.
Yeah, well, that'll be alright.
Getting sick of them now.
Second home, isn't it?
What do you reckon then?
Tough game in the conditions, but I'll go 3-1. See them sneaking a goal, but I'll go 3-1 I think today.
And as we await the arrival of the teams, thanks very much again for all those who voted me for the Best Vlogger Award at the footballbloggingawards.co.uk or the Best Podcast. Or you can do it by Twitter at the FBAs and then just put Ian Cheeseman or Forever Blue and the hashtag Best Vlogger or Best Podcaster. Thank you. Teams are on the way.
We always say it, you start with your best team and then when you've got a goal or two in front you bring other people on, and I think anybody knows that Mahrez is not up to the standard of a Premier League team, so bring somebody else on. But I can bet you any money at half time he won't have changed the team and we'll go on, it's like Wigan all over again. But I just hope that he can send and bring Sterling on and Aguero on. Oh, definitely we bring somebody, if he changes the team, we can win it and turn it around. Because we've proved that we can score goals, but he does not pick the right team to start with. He'll get the best players and then change it.
This reminds me of Wigan again last year, I think it was. And, start with your better team. Start with a better team, get a few goals up, then take Aguero off, then take Sterling off. But to start as we did, you thought, here we go again. But I still think City can do it if he brings Sterling on and maybe Aguero as well. Fantastic. Get in there.
You predicted it would be a turnaround, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew we could do it, and we did it with the right players on. Perfect. Come on, City!
Sergio Aguero,
Edeman.
world class.
Edeman.
Not a penalty to me. I don't think it was a penalty that we got for the goal. And Aguero, when he hit the post and he went across, I thought, that's it, it's over. But when you're in a treble or a quadruple or a quintuple, you need luck. And we got out of jail today, and our name's on them trophies. Come on!
We're not going to Madrid! Bernardo! Silva! Running down the wing, Silva! Makes the blue boys say Silva! We're not going to Madrid! Bernardo! Silva! Running down the wing, Silva! Makes the blue boys say Silva! We're not going
wasn't it, in the end? Didn't think we were going to do it, to be honest.
Come on,
Didn't think we were gonna
City!
do it.
Come on!
We did. Aguero come up with the goods. But apparently it was offside by a foot, apparently. They're just saying on the telly.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. So they're all moaning that VAR isn't available here, and it's available at United tonight. So that's what they're saying on BT. Bitter BT tonight. So.
You know the game it reminds me of when City won 4-3 down at Tottenham and Macklin got that late, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously we only had 10 men that night, didn't we? To be fair, Joey Barton got sent off, but yeah, very much so. But once we got that Bernardo goal, it was all the pressure in, and that's it. Now off to Wembley again, innit? Second home.
Cheesy!
What do you think? Go on, get back a bit.
I tell you what, Cheesy, this is for my brother who died last October. I tell you what, he's up there watching me now. It means everything, Cheesy. Everything.
We were awful in the first half, and their second goal was brilliant. It was a penalty, but the subs changed it all. Zinchenko, and Sterling, and Aguero. Zinchenko should have started for me. Sterling is in the form of his life, and Aguero, obviously, the clash shone through. I'm not going to be too smug because it was an awful first half, and in a way, I was next to the Swansea fans, and I was kind of like, that used to be me. That was me once upon a time. But then the second half, I was kind of like, well, this is me now. We have to be grateful, really. But the second half changed it all, and that's the strength in depth. And credit to Pep for rectifying, because
It's all down to them changes.
yeah, and I have long been a massive advocate of like giving Mahrez a chance, but for me today, I'm sorry. People might hate me for it, but Mahrez, he had his chance and he was pretty poor, really poor game. And that is like a team that's in the Championship, 15 plates. He had everything to play for, and he didn't step up, and he had his chance. And where do we go from there with Mahrez? Seriously, but clash on through, and I've got to find money for Wembley now again.
Different second half. I thought Aguero came on. I think it was amazing. I think Aguero came on, changed the game. Sterling looked good. Zinchenko, all the substitutions played well. Just amazing.
Wembley now.
Wembley, brilliant again.
So in Dylan Thomas's hometown City do it, one of his other quotes was, "Life offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow." Well, it'll have to be tomorrow for Swansea City, because City came back from what seemed to be out of the cup back to a magnificent late victory against Swansea. 2 goals from Sergio Aguero. What drama. And City go through to Wembley again. Now there's a 2-week break. During this 2-week break there will be a couple of vlogs that I'll be putting up. One will be about the keeper, the Bert Troutman film, so look out for that next week. There'll also be a little glimpse of the podcast that I do, so that'll be posted up next week as well. So although it'll be 2 weeks without a game, certainly won't be 2 weeks without a vlog. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe, it's free, and that means that all the videos that I get are posted to you. And I'll see you again next time.